EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Tonight, we've got one last present under the tree, our final Monday Nighter of the year, between the Buffalo Bills and the Toronto Huskies. With Charles Davis, as always, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you talk about storylines in this one. I think it begins and ends with our two quarterbacks, certainly two of the best in the business.
And nowadays, I don't think you can get by for long periods of time without a top-flight quarterback. The way the game is played, with all the responsibility he has and how the game flows through him, if he's not on the top of his game, your team's not going to benefit at all.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And you and I both know that any win is a good win. And that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 7. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play here for Buffalo. 64 yards. Well, he's been doing this for a lot of years with the arm strength still there, and he showed it off on that one.
And we knew that they'd try to attack the secondary, but I'm not sure that we thought they'd do it right on the first drive of the game. But here they saw an opportunity, seized it, and it's a big play right off the bat.
Back to throw again. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, it took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. They'll set up to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. A big win there defensively on 2nd and goal. A loss of 7, and it brings up 3rd.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Two straight sacks have them backed up now for a 3rd and goal. They're going to look to throw. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. And that sack brings up 4th and goal, a loss of 7. Big play.
Those are about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. Blankenship's kick is good. And the Bills' opening drive yields 3.
I think we can safely say they came out to be aggressive on the opening series, Charles. They didn't run the ball once. All that passing, it does get them the 3-0 lead.
I think what we saw there, partner, was the true definition of football balance, which means doing what you want to when you want to on offense. And in this case, it was throwing the football. They may mix in running the football a little bit more as this game goes on. But his opening drive, while it stalled out, it still gave him 3 points.
So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And they will be led out by the youngster, the rookie, their QB.
And what a performance in his last game. A couple of touchdown passes, that was positive.
But more than 2 interceptions.
Yeah, that's not what he's looking for. What did Vince Lombardi say, though? Winning isn't everything.
It's the only thing.
And that's what he hangs his hat on after last week's game.
And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Bennett on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall.
And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30. Back to throw.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
And he is going to have a Bills first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw here. Flushed out right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10.
Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on 1st down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it up, or you throw it away. Throw it over the sideline. Don't try and free.
Touchdown, Bills! A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season as his guys are able to extend their lead.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Rodrigo Blankenship now for the PAT.
He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive, and it culminates in a Bills touchdown.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there.
And you can see by the X next to their name, they have clinched the NFC East already. For the moment, though, they would host a wild card game in round 1.
And for me, it brings back memories about how tough it is to win this division. Not just in recent years, but think about the decades that have stacked up where we've said the NFC East, always one of the toughest divisions in the NFL.
Bennett now to throw on 2nd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. And he is going to score. It's a pick-6 and a Bills touchdown.
Pass interference. Defense.
So call off the pick-6.
Everything looked right. It looked like it was in their favor. Returned it for a touchdown, as you just described. But instead, the penalty for interference nullifies everything.
Now a handoff up the middle. Walden, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Bennett. And he's got his man in stride. Complete.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And here's Bennett on 3rd and 2. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. And on now is the punter, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bills offense back out onto the field. They're looking sharp, out early to a 10-zip lead and looking for more as they've got it 1st and 10. This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
I have to admit I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st down, right back to Hall.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. On play action, they'll throw.
And check down complete to Hall.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So roughing the passer penalty, never one that you like to see.
Not at all, and especially when you're in that final push of the season. You can't afford to get your quarterback hurt before the playoffs roll around, and we know they'll be here before you know it.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37. 2nd and 5.
Looking for Godwin, and he's got it complete. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room. Too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught 11 on the field. Those sidelines can become the 12th defender and work to the defense's advantage on that play.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a throw right sideline is complete. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 23 yards, the final tally. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
10-0 to score after 1 on EA Sports. The Bills with the football as we start quarter number 2. As they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. That's over the middle.
And a loose football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This drive didn't end well, but if they can keep stringing these together, they'll like what they're doing. That was an 8-play drive before it ended in a fumble. So the takeaway's got to be doing what we want to do and doing it well. Just got to take care of the ball at the end.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. He's brought down at the 15-yard line. Now Bennett looking to throw on 2nd down. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Bennett's pass. Brings up 3rd down. On 3rd down, Walden. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, that was big right there because they're the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Now Bennett to throw. Throwing on first down. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Bennett off play action. On the move to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And this is caught. Touchdown. A great play there. 67 yards.
And the Huskies have got it back to within a score. Well, partner, I mean, if anybody was still questioning whether or not he had an NFL caliber arm, I think you can toss that right out the window. That was a heck of a throw right there.
I would agree totally. Question it no more. This rookie, big-time throw right there. Great poise, stepped up, trusted he could lay it in there perfectly, and he knew that his guy was going to make the catch on the other end. Nice collaboration.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll cut it to 3 and 10-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it, because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. 7 yards there and a first down. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man.
And he'll be forced out of bounds all the way down inside the 20.
A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo.
Brandon Ayuk
from 13 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Oh, such great concentration. They're going right up against the side of the end zone, but able to get the feet in bounds.
There's so many things that go into that catch, and you just mentioned the concentration, being able to catch the football, get your feet down in bounds, hang on to it all the way through the process of the catch. That was a phenomenal play.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was Brandon Ayuk capping it off with a touchdown reception.
Here's the Bills kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Toronto's offense ready to take over. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up, and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
And I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Bennett now to throw on second down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
On 1st and 10, Bennett over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Complete to number 81. It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
On second down now, Milner. He did it again, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 39-yard line. Up the middle they go. Walden. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Looking to throw. Bennett. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's got a first down as a tackle made at the Bills' 25-yard line. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves to James.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, Walden. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Walden. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walden. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
2nd and 6 from the 10.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Walden, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be tackled after a gain of 4. Still 3 yards short. 4th down. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Fields it right around the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit. What's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again. We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll look to throw here.
There's Hall bringing in another one.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. On third down, here's Hall.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
On fourth down, Matt Ariza is sent on to punt.
Now a hit and a loose football.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And now he's really knocking on the door for 700. That is career catch 699.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far, because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw.
Got a man, that's Ayuk. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit.
He hit his first, this one from 38. Blankenship's kick is good, and the Bills will add on to their lead. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. From there, we'll head down to Charlotte to check on the Panthers at home at Bank of America Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Gabriel Davis, 2 touchdown catches in the victory. Finally, let's get to the country music capital of the world and see what's happening with the Titans at home in Nashville. And they were losers in that one to the visiting Houston Texans. The Texans get a very, very important victory as that moves them to 10-6 on the year with 1 game remaining. With that, let's take a look at the next-gen stats for Buffalo in that first half. And our statisticians gone through a couple of pencils already. This offense is on pace for potentially 500 yards in passing. That's pretty incredible. Meanwhile, for our home team, we check on their numbers on the ground in the first half, as they know they'll need to be better to overcome this halftime deficit.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
They'll keep it on the ground. Walden.
And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 47 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete.
And they're going to move it down to inside the 25.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
And here's Bennett looking to throw on 2nd down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Bennett. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. Touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Huskies
Huskies are back within a score.
Brandon, what we just saw there were two guys who are in sync. The person delivering the ball, but especially the person running the route. Tremendous job. It results in a terrific play.
Now for the point after. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that drives 6 plays, 75 yards. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change. Because otherwise, that could overrun your team. You got to be careful right here.
2nd and 6. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender. But the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Bills send the punter out as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. So possession goes over here on the punt. And that will come the offense as they take over.
This offense back out and set to go for their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Bennett. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd.
The lessons will continue of this rookie. He's got to learn how to read situations just a little bit better. That far behind the line, he's got to find a way to get rid of the football and not take the sack, whether it's with his legs or just throwing it away.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line.
The Bills ready to take over.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. 2nd and 9 now. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
Well, always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. 12 more yards for him there. It's a first down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
That reception, it brings him up to the 700 plateau. He's at 700 career NFL catches now.
And that club in baseball, a rather exclusive club, and one we talk about all the time, in football, puts you in the top 50 all-time range. Not so bad either.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And this will be incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And that's incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6.
So 3 points, response there to that opening touchdown of this 3rd quarter.
And that's an important 3, both in terms of adding to your lead, but also letting the other guys know you're not going to just come out in the second half and take over.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Toronto's offense ready to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Back to throw. Bennett. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Looking to throw. Bennett. Quick hitter here. It's complete. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
And not what you want to see this late in the season. Medical staff is going to check on him, and we'll step aside for a moment. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard.
Up the middle they go. Walden. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more.
The Brady Nolan expression, he just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
This is an awfully tough route to defend in man coverage because he lines up on the right and then runs a crossing route back to the other side of the field. So as a defender, you're not only trailing him the whole way, you're also looking out for your own guys to make sure you don't get yourself picked off. And then you can't catch up in time to prevent the completion.
So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 41. Back to throw. Bennett. And a quick throw here that's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Now Bennett off the play fake. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A gain of 32 that time.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
They'll run on 1st down. Walden, and he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown.
And the Huskies have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead.
And that moment we just saw, always so special for any rookie, the first touchdown of his career.
And there's nothing like anticipation, is there? You know he's been dreaming about it, thinking about it. It's been a part of every bit of his being. And finally, it gets done. He's got to feel great right now.
Extra point forthcoming. And that one puts them on top here in the 3rd. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Escape pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
Oh, man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
The Bills send the punter out as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Taken right around the 44. It's a 45-yard punt, then 8 on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. On 1st down,
Walden down to about the 45.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back to Toronto. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a 1-point difference here as we begin the 4th quarter of play. Now Bennett to throw on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to get the lead up to 4. and this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there, and that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Out come the Bills as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC.
And the division title, that's out of reach. We know that. This is as good a spot, Charles, as they're going to get. That first wild card and the number 5 overall seed.
Pardon is not out of the question, especially with the 7 seeds that they have now in the playoffs. If you do win and the other wild card teams win in the first round, you could find yourself with a home game in the divisional round. Now, we know that's not likely, but it's not out of the question. Bottom line, you have to win to put yourself in that position.
They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, he's got it, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
They'll look to throw again.
He gets it underneath to Hall.
So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down.
So another on-target throw, and that last one, Charles, going to put him up over 5,000 yards passing out for the season, and that is not an insignificant number.
Indeed it is not, because this is not a big list, and most of the guys on it, Drew Brees, Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Dan Marino, they either are or will be Hall of Famers.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
Straight ahead is Hall.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They'll set up to throw.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
And we are keeping a close eye on his catches. A really close eye now because that's number 899 in his career. The next one will give him 900. They'll look to throw now on first down. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. Second down.
But plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They've got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
I don't know what else can be said about this pass rush. They have been sensational. CD, that is now 6 sacks for them.
And how many times do we talk to offensive coordinators and they say a sack is a result of everyone on offense not doing their job? But let's be honest about this one. This is the offensive line unable to counter the pass rush. They've been teeing off all game long.
Blankenship's kick is good.
And that'll bring him back within a point. So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
Toronto's offense ready to take over.
And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now a handoff up the middle. Walden. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Bennett to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken at the 23. A 46-yard punt, 8 yards on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over.
Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. With that catch, he goes over 100 yards receiving on the night.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Second and 7.
They're going to look to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
The Bills send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Bennett now on 1st down. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. They go play action here on first down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Walden. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. That'll be their 2nd, so one more chance to stop the clock here. And we'll be back. They'll keep it on the ground. Walden. The Bills are going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Bennett. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Bills are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
So the Bills now down by 1. 1:40 remaining. How costly of an interception will that be? It's time to find out. 1st and 10. He's back to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll look to throw. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. Back to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they're going to move it down to inside the 25. Back to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Hall want to give up the middle. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away. I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Got a quick flash about being in their huddle. Whatever the play call was, it was tagged with these words. Make sure you stay in the middle of the field. That's where we want to be.
And he did just that.
What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Bills,
they get an important win here to move to 11-5 on the year.